Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Kurt on Cougs. Very much a mixed week for BYU. Highs and lows, and ultimately ending on a very high note. And we'll go over all of that this week. We're going to start off. I'm talking about a little bit of BYU football news. Earlier this week, or maybe it was late last week, and I'm late getting on it. I'm not totally sure. We found out about two Cougars, if they're going to stick around or leave. Caleb Etienne enters the NFL draft. Personally, I think very good decision for him. He's been playing very well, and I think it's very likely he'll be drafted. My personal guess, I'm no draft expert, of course, but I would say maybe around like the 5th round would be my personal guess. Maybe like 5th or 6th. So, congrats to him. In the meantime, Jack Kelly announces he will be coming back for his senior year at BYU. Big news. Really good for this BYU defense. I think without a doubt, they probably got the best linebacking core in the Big 12, potentially one of the very best in the nation. Really exciting to see what he'll do next season. So, Jack Kelly coming back, big news. Jumping over to BYU men's volleyball this week, playing 2 matches at UC Irvine. The first match, I managed to watch most of that one, and back and forth. Comes down to the 5th set. BYU had a lead late, ultimately couldn't finish the job. Loses in 5 in that one, and then gets swept in the other game. So good to see that the Cougs were, keeping up with the number 2 team in the country, at least for one of those matches. Still though, things looking really solid on the season for them, and I don't know who they're playing next, but I think they're coming home. They've been on the road for a while, so coming home this next week to play someone. I'm not exactly sure who. I probably should have done my research. Now jumping over to BYU women's basketball. They ended the week earlier this afternoon, and on Wednesday playing at Iowa State. That one proved to be tough. They were hanging in there, just down 5 at the half. Ultimately, though, Iowa State catches fire in the second half and just runs away with it. The big difference in this game is just turnovers. BYU turning the ball over, I believe, 19 times in this one. You just can't do that and expect to win, especially where Iowa State didn't have many turnovers themselves. And then earlier today, playing against a really good Utah team at home, they dropped this one. This was a game they were in till the very end. So definitely a disappointing loss. Good to see them keeping up with Utah. The big difference in this one, 2 things I really noticed here were rebounding. Got out rebounded by about, I think, 9 or 10, and then they also shot 12 less free throws, making 8 less. And so got to do a better job getting to the free throw line and not putting your opponent on the free throw line so much. Solid performances though from Congdon and Whiting, both with 12, and then Delaney Gibb leading the team with 21. Still pretty shaky start to conference play for the Cougars. I think just 1 win so far. And once again, this is a team that is in a lot of games late, so I think eventually they'll start getting some. I think it'll be very important if they want to make it to any sort of postseason play. In the meantime, BYU men's basketball having a very good week. From getting their first road win in the Big 12 this season, as they go and win at Colorado. That was a game that was close at the half. Ultimately, though, beautiful second half. Played so well. Overall shooting about 58% on the game. They win that one by 16, and by a score of 83-67. So great win by the Cougs there. Richie Sanders leading the way with 25 points. Trevin Nell with 14 as well. Mawat Mag with 11. So super solid game by the Cougars there. And then earlier, just like a little bit ago, the Cougars finished a blowout victory over Cincinnati. And this one caught me off guard. Against Colorado, that's a team towards the bottom of the standings. Cincinnati, though, this is a team that is currently listed in next 4 out in Joe Lunardi's bracketology. And so good opponent. I thought BYU was going to win this game, but I could not have predicted it would be by this margin. Ultimately, lots of good stuff happening in the second half. BYU played a solid first half, but second half, they really turned it up and just played amazingly. In this game, they hit 15 threes, shooting about 62.5% from 3. So super solid win for the Cougars. And yeah, and probably, in my opinion, the thing that makes me the most excited about this game is just seeing everyone that was able to step up. A lot of players breaking out of slumps, and yeah, you gotta love to see it. Yeah, some examples. Richie Saunders continues to play well. He goes for 21 in this game. In my personal opinion, he should be Conference Player of the Week with the way he's played. Just been playing fantastically for the Cougars. And then you got Yegor Demon coming up with 15. He was just automatic from 3 tonight. Those two, Richie and Yegor, doing very well, shooting it from deep. Cannon Catchings also hitting 3 of 4. He might have refound his rhythm, and if he can do that, then that's going to be a very good sign for the Cougars going forward as they try to make a push for an NCAA tournament bid. And Dawson Baker also with 11 points. He was playing really well, especially in the first half, getting a lot of nice jumpers mid-range. And so, yeah, really good. This team seems like they're hitting their stride. In this game, I feel like it shows just the potential this team had. Like, this, I think, is what everyone was hoping for coming into the season. And now they're showing it. So, great win by 28 over Cincinnati. This will definitely, so far this season, this is probably their best win. Yeah, really exciting. Kind of a funny situation at the end with Elijah Crawford hitting a buzzer beater 3. In my opinion, I don't think too much of it. I feel like we see that a lot, after the horn sound, someone shoots. Just haven't seen shot that shot before the final buzzer, and it went in. And hey, really generous of him, because that got BYU to 80 points, which meant that then the Jersey Mike's deal came in. I don't know exactly what that is. Something about someone can get free or half price or something. Jimmy John's. Jersey Mike's. Sorry. Mixing up two sandwich places. So really nice by him to hit that final shot. And yeah, just overall in this game, great shooting from 3. Did a really good job. And this is impressive because Cincinnati is a crazy good defensive team. So going out and putting up 80 on them, really impressive, really good. And exactly what BYU needs as now they head into a string of 5 straight quad 1 games. And that starts on Tuesday as they play against Baylor at home. And Baylor, a really good team. So, yeah, Cougars in a pretty good spot. If they can just win a couple of these next games, I think that puts them in a really good spot. And, yeah, this team's just starting to catch fire.